I can't wait to fist you. I mean, kiss you. I mean, for my fist to kiss your face.
You guys are fighting tomorrow, not...
I want you all to think back to when the original KSI versus Logan Paul fight was first announced all the way back in 2018. To say that this was one of the most anticipated internet-related events of all time would still be an understatement. People were hyped because nothing of the sort had even been thought of before. But that's about it, to be honest. I mean, what was there to really get overly enthusiastic about? I'm no expert when it comes to boxing, but even I can see how, in retrospective, this fight lacked any of the charm or unique traits that professional boxing is so well known and widely popular for. Despite that being KSI's second time in the ring, both the opponents alongside the rest of the slate were still amateurs, so it was immediately obvious that there wouldn't be a display of incredible athletic prowess. Additionally, their exaggerated rivalry could never live up to the deadly and fierce competition between contestants that had been duking it out in the ring for years by that point. It was nothing short of glorified and prolonged beef between two people that lacked weight and substance. Although, it still proved to be internationally successful, as did the KSI vs Joe Weller event that had taken place prior in that same year. And thus, the art of YouTube boxing was established. Truth is, it didn't matter if there was no point to these rivalries. People just love to see others get hit in the face, and especially more so when it's someone famous. But as the years went by, the cracks in this newfound genre of sport started to show. While never interested in boxing myself, I do still respect the hard work, dedication, and bravery it takes to put yourself out there. That's what truly elevates boxing to the excellence it so rightfully deserves. As said before, it's an art. But YouTuber boxing has always felt out of place. It's as though it's desperately trying to be something it's not, with all the inconsequential competition between billionaires who have nothing to lose. What exactly did it bring to the table that hadn't already been revolutionized decades prior? The multitude of cash grab events afterwards surely didn't help and were more like rubbing salt into a decayed wound. But then strolls in Creator Clash. For those unaware, Creator Clash first took place on the 14th of May 2022, with its second iteration having just concluded on April 15th of 2023. It's another content creator boxing event, yes, but the twist is how it leans into all the fighters being amateurs. The contestants and hosts were all pre-established people on platforms such as YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok who agreed to step into the ring for charity. Created and organized by iDubbbz and Anissa, Creator Clash's entire purpose revolved around getting these creators together, who would normally not initiate nor instigate a match such as this on their own. And yet, it was an occurrence that brought the internet together to raise money for charity while having fun. And that's the brunt of what makes Creator Clash stand out from other SmackDowns. It was simply fun and didn't try to be something it wasn't by leaning too far into what quote-unquote actual boxing should be.
Saying in my ear that I need to move on. We're not moving on!
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Ethan some more!
Okay.
That's our baby boy! That's our baby boy!
You remember the aforementioned checklist? Yeah, throw it away because Creator Clash made one of its own. It was for a great cause, there were no overly propagated altercations, there wasn't any fake beef between creators, the lineup was intense, and each fighter was able to give it their all for their own self rather than some obligation to gain irrelevant trophies such as ego, status, or money. Don't get me wrong though, the fun aspect didn't mean it was just a showcase of tomfoolery. Everyone poured their blood, sweat, and tears into being the last opponent standing. The stakes and anticipation were only hyped further along into Creator Clash 2 when last year's ringsters returned with more experience and the roster grew to include even more beloved faces. However, it would be unfair of me to not bring up the recent drama that had come up as the days before Creator Clash 2 were being counted down. Froggy Fresh had been removed from the event just weeks prior to April 15th. While the official announcement claimed it was due to Froggy's attitude, it's no secret that personal biases on behalf of iDubbbz were a large contributor to his removal. There was an immensely powerful public outcry, yet the decision was not reversed. I'm not highly informed on either iDubbbz or Froggy Fresh, and thus have no opinion on which individual may have made the more justified decision. However, regardless of what you may think of iDubbbz or Froggy Fresh, it doesn't mean that this controversy takes away from what made Creator Clash so special. The event goes farther beyond just one man man and is one of the most appropriate displays of sportsmanship between opponents and trainers alike, where they all united for one cause over one square field. The show was devoid of any toxicity, with it focusing on everyone being brought up together in one way or another. This was by far the best amateur boxing event to date, and nothing competes with the laughs, cheers, and immense pride it brought out of that entire stadium the night of the show. I'm not saying that the other creator boxing events were bad by comparison. They did let a bit too much of ego and showboating get in the way. However, Creator Clash was a charity event where all the fighters had absolutely nothing to gain. And despite that, they all still put everything on the line and decided to use their months spent training to put on a damn well entertaining show. If anything, it was for all the contestants to prove to themselves what they were capable of. And it didn't matter if they went home after having won a fight or lost. They did good. They stepped into the ring, and that action in itself takes a lot of guts. And I couldn't be more proud. And also I'm biased because Ethan totally deserved his win and I'm so proud of him. That was so cool. Oh my god. If you enjoyed this video, I have a feeling you want to consume more YouTuber content. Well, don't fret. Here's another video right here personalized just for you. So give it a watch, why don't you? Something tells me you won't be disappointed. Until next time though, this has been Vexirus and see ya.